Welcome to the General Service Administration's Office of Government-Wide Policies Travel Reporting System Training. In this video, we will be covering what is travel, how to sign in and reset your password, general navigation through the system, roles and hierarchy, data entry and reporting periods, with subchapters for PCTR, SFTR, and TRIP in one, and another for relocation. Bulk uploads for PCTR and SFTR, data submission and approval process, and finally, reports. This video, along with the Travel User Guide, will assist travel users to successfully access and upload data into the travel database. So what exactly is travel? Federal agencies rely on travel to achieve a broad range of missions. In today's budget-conscious environment, accountability and transparency of agency travel spending must be closely monitored to ensure responsible management of limited travel resources. In order to collect the required travel-related data from agencies government-wide, GSA utilizes the following electronic data collection tools. Premium Class Travel Report, or PCTR, collects data regarding the use of anything other than coach class transportation accommodations by federal employees while on official business. Senior Federal Travel Report, or SFTR, collects data about senior federal officials and non-federal travelers who fly aboard their aircraft. Travel Reporting Information Profile, or TRIP, collects data to report agencies' travel expenditures for all travel, both domestic and international. The Relocation Data Reporting Tool collects relocation data from agencies to better inform policymakers of federal relocation trends and patterns in order to evaluate and shape future policy. The reporting deadlines for the data collection tools are as follows. PCTR, TRIP, and relocation reporting is done annually, with the closing of their respective reporting periods on November 30th, after the end of the fiscal year. SFTR reporting is done semi-annually during the fiscal year, with the closing of the reporting period being 30 days after the end of the 6-month period. So the October 1st through March 31st reporting period closes on April 30th, and the April 1st through September 30th reporting period closes October 30th. Both TRIP and relocation reporting is done annually, with the closing of the reporting period on November 30th after the end of the fiscal year. After a reporting period closes, the records for that period are locked and users can no longer enter new values or edit existing data. If you have any additional questions regarding updates to the system after a deadline has passed, the help desk team will assist you. To sign in to travel, you will start off by going to the login page at www.travel.reporting.gov. We recommend bookmarking this page for future access. Once on the login page, you will have two options under General User Login, with an additional option below for the GSA single sign-on, but that is for GSA staff only. Registered Max Federal Community members may use OMB Max with their Common Access Cards, or Personal Identity Verification Card, by choosing the Max Login option. If you are interested in this login option, but are not yet a Max Federal Community user, please visit the following website to register your CAC or PIV card with MAS. If you sign in with your username and password, you will be redirected to a page requiring a verification code sent by email. If you have a mobile number associated with your account, you will also have the option, in addition to email, to set up a two-factor authentication app, like Google Authenticator, to complete your verification process. When you select the Authenticator app option, a QR code will appear on your screen. Just go to the Authenticator application you have on your mobile phone, and choose to add by scanning the QR code with your camera. A numerical sequence will appear on your phone screen. Input this token to continue. Next time you choose this option, you'll only need to retrieve the verification code from your Authenticator app to get in. If you would like to utilize the Authenticator app verification feature, but don't have your mobile number associated with your account, once you have entered the database, you can do so by clicking your name drop-down in the top right corner and selecting Edit Contact Info. For detailed step-by-step instructions, a link to the document Travel Database Community Login using Authenticator app can be found below the username and password section. However, if you have forgotten your password, you will need to click on the Forgot Your Password hyperlink below the username login. When you click on the Forgot Your Password hyperlink, you will be guided to a page that will ask you to input your username and click Continue. The following page will ask you to check your email. You will receive two separate emails for this verification process. One email will be titled GSA Login Code and have a verification code for you. The other email will be titled Your New Travel Password. This email includes a hyperlink to a secure page requesting a verification code. Input your verification code on this page and click Continue. You may now change your password to fit the minimum requirements of 8 characters, 1 letter, and 1. You should now be in the database and greeted by the home page, which has a global search feature at the top of the page, allowing you to enter a term on which to search all records in the application. Under the search bar will be a tabular selection of available pages to you. On the left-hand side of the page, you'll be able to have a quick view of your current access, the email contact of the help desk, upcoming events, and any training materials or user guides. And on the main portion of the page, you will find general information about the application. The Chatter tab features a collaboration tool available to users of this platform. You can make a simple post, share a file, link, make polls, and ask questions. The Approvals tab is only visible to designated approvers to view assets that are pending approval and assigned to them. On the bulk upload page, designated users will be uploading their PCTR or SFTR data using one of the 2 template types provided. On the Data Entry tab, you will be able to select the reporting period you wish to view and enter data for. The Reports tab provides the ability to build, read, and share reports based on your data. The Travel User Search helps find current users for your agency or bureau in the database. Users have the ability to filter by agency, permission set, and whether they are active or inactive. Travel user roles are separated by the sub-applications the data is being submitted for, being PCTR, SFTR, Trip, and Relocation, while the access within those record types is broken down further by the data entry user and the data approver. Data entry users are responsible for inputting their agency's travel data and submitting their data to their agency approver. Data approvers are responsible for reviewing the travel data entered by the data entry user, either submitting and approving the record themselves or approving the submission by a data entry user. There is also the travel oversight users, who are the travel program managers and/or administrators allowed to see all data from all agencies entered into the system. Oversight users can add, modify, and approve or reject all data in the system. Access to the records will depend on what agency and level the user is in. This is what we refer to as the agency hierarchy. Access to information will flow down from the top level. Level 1 being top agency level, for example, the Department of Energy. Level 2 being sub-agency level, for example, Doe Oak Ridge Operations Office. And Level 3 being the Bureau Office level, for example, a Chicago Operations Office. If you're looking to enter your data manually, from the Data Entry tab, you're going to see radio buttons for the application record types that you have access to, as well as a drop-down field for fiscal year. Select the appropriate values for each before you move forward. After you've selected those values, the system will filter your available agency data to where you're looking to submit. Depending on your access, you should now have an agency or bureau level view of your reporting period to the far right of your agency, subagency, or bureau name. These 3 icons represent 3 different parts of the data entry process. The rightmost icon, that looks like a form being filled out, will be where you can click to manually enter data directly from the data entry page. The icon in the middle is the organization level reporting period, where the data you enter is stored and accessed. For PCTR and SFTR, this is also the reporting period number you will use during the bulk uploads. to confirm where your data is being uploaded. And the leftmost home icon is the agency level reporting period, which will be the last step before submission of the agency data status. The data entry process for PCTR, SFTR, and TRIP are exactly the same, with the exception of PCTR having the Secure Travel Records option and TRIP only needing the one data entry. To begin your data entry process, click on the data entry icon all the way to the right. With whichever application you choose to create, any field with a red bar next to it is mandatory and must be filled out before being saved. Otherwise, an error message will pop up and prevent you from saving. If you have any confusion over what a field means or requires, you can hover over the question mark icon to the left of the field to view any associated help text. Once you have all your data filled in, click Save. You will be able to review your travel data on the next page, or make any edits if needed. If you're looking to review all your travel data for that reporting period, you'll want to either click on the RPID number directly from this page, or you can head back to the data entry page and select the middle icon of the three. You will be brought to an organization level reporting period page, with its own unique RPID being the letters RP followed by a numerical sequence. At the bottom of the page, you will see the travel data section, where all your inputted data will be. For secure travel records related to PCTR, there is the PCTR Protected Travel Data option on the organization level reporting period to limit your reporting to the travel cost only and exclude any passenger information. This is to be used for secure travel record keeping only. Just click the button to proceed and enter your protected travel data. For TRIP records, you will just need to submit the one record for your agency before closing out your reporting period. Once you have entered all your data and are ready to finish your submission, you will need to edit and set the organization data status on the reporting period to complete or no data to report. Please note that if there is no data to report for this specific reporting period, this specific agency should not have travel data to report, meaning 0 records listed in the travel data related list. If you list organization data status as complete, then it must have at least 1 record listed in the travel data. Once you have marked the organization data status on the organization reporting period as complete or no data to report, the record will be locked and you will see that the form icon on the data entry page will turn from an incomplete gray to a finished green, completing the data entry for that reporting period. Relocation travel data is different in its data entry process as it requires 2 fiscal year reportings, one for the current obligated fiscal year and another for the final submission for 2 years prior. When selecting the Relocation application on the Data Entry tab, you can expand the agency view to see the 2 reporting periods for your agency's relocation reporting. To enter your relocation data for the obligated and final fiscal years, click on their respective data entry icons. You will be brought to the travel data page for relocation. If you have no relocation data to enter for that fiscal year, you have the option to click the No Data to Enter button. If you do have relocation travel data, then click the Edit button to input your data. After you fill in the necessary information and save, you may now click the Complete button. Both the No Data to Enter and Complete buttons will automatically mark your organization level reporting period as green. Since the PCTR and SFTR applications require more travel data to be reported, the bulk upload feature is a great tool to upload mass amounts of data. When you're on the bulk upload page, you can review the information and business rules given under the Importing Data section in the center of the page. Once you are ready to move forward, click on the Template Type drop-down list. Since this feature is for PCTR travel data and SFTR travel data, the drop-down list will have just the 2 different templates associated with the 2 applications for you to choose from. Each of these options will have their own separate template for their individual data fields. When you have chosen your template type, a Download Template feature will appear under Step 2. Click on the hyperlink to download the template. It is important to download a new template every reporting cycle, since templates do get updated and previous outdated templates will not be able to be uploaded and will result in an error. When the download is complete, go ahead and open the file. As you go through the templated process, please be sure you do not modify the template to match your data sequence, and only paste your data and not its formatting. If either of these are done, your file will not be successful when you go to upload. When you open the file, review the Instructions tab in the spreadsheet to become acclimated with the necessary steps to successfully complete your upload. You will input the data on the following tab, which you can click on at the very bottom of the window. There will also be reference tabs for you to verify what your options are for fields with specific values. When you're ready to input your data, you can choose to do so manually by filling in the information for each field, or you can paste your data values if you already have them prepared in your system. Once you've added all your data, save your file with a unique name to avoid confusion with future uploads. When your file is ready to be uploaded, go back to the bulk upload page, choose the template type you did as before, and now select the Choose File button under Step 2. In the pop-up window, select the file you created using the template and click Open. You can now complete the process by clicking the Import Data button. Once you complete your upload, you'll be notified via email if your upload was successful or unsuccessful. If unsuccessful in your upload, an error CSV file will be presented in the email or under the Past Submission Errors section at the bottom right of the bulk upload page. Click on the hyperlink to download and view your error file. In the error CSV spreadsheet, you'll be able to see what data was invalid, and the very last column will tell you exactly why it was not successful, so you can go correct your data file and repeat the upload process again until you're successful. To submit your agency's data for approval, from the Data Entry tab, you will need to verify the organization's data statuses for the entire agency are completed by confirming that their chart icons are green. Once confirmed, click on the house icon next to your agency. You will be taken to the agency level reporting period page. Click Edit. You will need to modify the agency data status field to be complete if any data has been submitted in the organization data level reporting periods. Or if no data has been submitted, you can select No Data to Report, then save. Now you will be able to submit your agency level reporting period to be approved by clicking on the Submit for Approval button. If you have Data Approver access already, you will be automatically approving the record as you submit it. If you are a data entry user, you will be prompted to select an approver. Select the Customer Portal user under the drop-down for Next Approver. If you do not choose this option, you will not find the appropriate user to select. Now assign your approver by typing in their name, or search for them by clicking the lookup icon. Once you have found them, select their name to assign. If you scroll down to the Approval History section on the Reporting Period page, you'll be able to see the details of the approval. After the reporting period is submitted for approval, the record is locked and cannot be edited unless the approval is rejected or recalled. If you need to modify the data before approval, click on the Recall Approval Request button and enter the reason for recalling the approval in the comments field. Under the Approval History section, there will be an original approval request submitted and then the approval request recalled. Once edits are made, resubmit for approval by following the original steps. Following the submission, an email will be sent to the approver, notifying them that they have been assigned to approve an item. In the approval request email, the assigned approver can approve or reject the request and even leave a comment in the decision by responding directly to the email. If you want to enter the system to view your assigned requests, data approval users will be able to see the assets awaiting their approval in the Approvals tab. On the Approvals page, approvers will be able to view, reassign, and approve or reject any assignment that is pending their approval. When reassigning to a different approver, search for the appropriate user you wish to shift the assignment to, and leave a comment as to why. Then click Reassign Approval Request to route it to them. To further investigate your approval assignment's associated reporting period, click on the RPID. Once you have reviewed the record and are satisfied, you can click on your decision in the Approval History section. The Approval History section will now reflect your decision, and the house icon on the data entry page will now be green to confirm its completion. To create a brand new report, simply click on the New Report button at the top of the Reports tab and select the report type you're looking for on the following page. The reporting tool is a powerful feature that can be customized by various date types, filters, buckets, summary formulas, groupings, and more, all through a drag and drop functionality for your ease of use. You can add a single field directly to the report or to your filters by locating it in the field bar on the left of the page and simply dragging it over to where you want it to be. You can select multiple fields to add, remove, or reorder. Drag an entire folder to add all of its fields. To select multiple fields or columns, press Ctrl for Windows or Command for Mac. When you add multiple fields, they appear in the report in the order selected. There are two ways to export report details: Printable View and Export Details. Both are spreadsheets, but with different formatting. You will be able to customize reports to suit your needs and save as into your personal custom reports folder if you would like to return to your modified report later. Travel has multiple reports folders depending on your access to which application in Travel, containing pre-made insightful reports for you to generate and/or customize for PCTR, SFTR, trip, and relocation respectively. The data inside the reports will be relative to your access. If you have any questions, please utilize the user guide on the Travel homepage, and/or reach out to one of the Travel application-specific help desks listed below.